Well, good morning, all
Everybody
my
mute
yogis
themselves.
on this gray, rainy fall day. One of the things about yoga that's so good is we can use it to regulate our energy. In other words, if we're feeling a little hopped up, we can do a practice that helps us calm down. But on a day like today, when we might be feeling a little gray, just like the weather, it's nice to have a way to energize. So today's practice is going to be a little bit on the vigorous side. Know that you don't need my permission to back off if something is too much for you or to modify a pose or any of that. It is your practice, so tweak it as you need to for your comfort. All right, so I'm going to my chair and we'll begin.
First record. Judy.
So we always begin with a centering to allow us to become fully present to the moment, to the breath, to the practice. Allowing your eyes to close if that feels safe and comfortable. And when we close our eyes and tune out the world outside, we can pay better attention to the world inside. Always beginning first by listening to the messages from your body. Maybe an area that might be feeling a little tight or tense, as well as any place that feels open and spacious, comfortable. Noticing your emotions and your energy. And always noticing how busy your thoughts can be. And reminding your thoughts that all they need to do right now is pay attention to the body and the breath. We give it permission to rest. Allowing your breath to move now into the three-part breath by softening and expanding the belly and drawing the breath up through the chest all the way to the very top of your shoulders. And exhaling from the top down, shoulders, chest, and belly. And letting that be enough just to simply breathe and enjoy the breath. Let's take 3 more conscious, intentional breaths. When you complete your third exhale, just gently put that technique to one side. Allow your natural breath to come back. And take a moment to check in with how you're feeling, just from that short centering. And as we gather together to begin our practice, let's join our voices in an Om. Deep breath in. Om. Om Shanti, peace. May we all know peace. And let's begin by opening up the upper body, gathering in some breath with the sun breath. Exhaling, arms drop down, chin falls towards the chest. Breathing in, lifting and gathering And breathing out. And to increase your focus on your breath, it helps sometimes to breathe in through the nose and then exhale through the mouth. Remember, the more breath you release on an exhale, the more room you'll have for fresh energy to pour in on the inhale. So allowing your hands now to lift into mountain pose, pressing up through the fingers, rolling the shoulders down the back, pressing your feet into the floor, lengthening your spine. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Good. One more time, breath in. And as you exhale this time, bring your left palm to your right knee. And inhale, lift up. And exhale to the other side. So the breath in lifts the arms, and the exhale comes into the twist. So we'll just pick up the pace on this a little bit. Remember, we're generating some energy here. And we do that by getting the body moving, getting the body breathing more deeply. The next time you come into your twist, let's just pause. Lengthen the spine a little bit more. Relax those shoulders. Good. Inhale, lift up. Exhale and pause on the other side. Nice seated twist. And then on an inhale, bring it back to center. Separate your feet a little bit wider and ease yourself into an easy forward fold. Head is relaxed, breath is soft. Can give your head a little shake, move it yes and no. And let's inhale now and come back up. So one of the breathing techniques we do to generate energy is called Kapalabhati breathing, or the breath of fire. And it's an active inhale followed by some passive exhales. And we'll start with 5, and it looks like this. I'll do one round and then we'll do it together. So making sure you're sitting up tall. And I'm going to be exhaling through my mouth. It's a little bit easier to do it that way. So I breathe in, and then I pump the stomach to exhale the breath. So it looks sort of like I'm blowing out the candles on my cake. I have a birthday coming up in December, so I got to practice. I got a lot of candles to blow out this year. So let's try that. And remember, if you should get lightheaded or dizzy in any way, you can always drop the technique and just let your natural breath come back. We'll start with 10 exhales. And begin. Breath in and exhale. Breath in, breath out completely, and take a regular breath. So let's do 2 more rounds of that. Remember, if you get dizzy, just back off. Here we go. Breath in. And begin. Deep breath in. Exhale, let the breath go completely. And take a regular breath. Last time, breath in. Good, breath in. Exhale, completely squeeze that belly back towards the spine. Let all the breath go and take a regular breath. And notice how you feel. Great. So we'll move into some sun salutations. And remember that the really nifty part about sun salutations is you can do them slowly for a more meditative experience, a more meditative practice, or you can do them quickly, which tends to bring up some heat, some energy, gets your breathing a little deeper, gets your heart beating a little faster. So let's do it a little bit quickly this morning. So on an inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, reach it back. Inhale, back to mountain. Now we're going to forward fold. Let the breath go. Inhale, come up halfway, palms to knees. Exhale and fold. Inhale, arms sweep up. Once more, reaching back. Breathing into mountain and back to your heart. We'll do a couple more of those. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling back to mountain. Exhale, let it go. Palms to the knees as you come up halfway. Exhaling and folding. Inhaling, arms sweep up. Exhale, reach back. Take it into mountain and then draw your palms back to your heart. Last time, breath in and let it go. Take the breath in, exhale as you fold forward. Palms to the knees, come up halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhaling, reach it back. Take the breath into mountain and then draw it back to the heart. And as you rest at your heart center, you can even press your thumbs in towards your chest. Check out what your heart is doing, what your breath is doing. Perhaps you feel a little warmer. And since it's a sun salute, maybe you feel a little sunnier on this gray day. Couple more breaths here. So let's go for a walk. Walking is such great exercise. And if you can't get out and walk, just walk up around your house, up and down the stairs, up and down the hallway, whatever works. I'm going to pump my arms here. You can do this or not. So I'm going to add the extra movement here, which is bringing the knees up to the opposite elbows on an exhale. And we're going to blow the breath out through the mouth as we do this. Here we go. Blow it out. So you're not leaning forward, you're bringing the knee up. And maybe it doesn't come up all the way, but that's fine. So the very next time that right knee comes up, we're going to hold on to it. You can always use your yoga tie if that's helpful to you. I'm going to just interlace my and squeeze the knee in. Make sure your shoulders are away from your ears, sliding down your back. Left foot is pressing into the floor. So you can either stay here, or if you'd like another challenge, you can take a breath in. On an exhale, round your spine towards your knee. Here we go. Breathe in. And good. And inhale, come up. Let's go directly into the figure 4 stretch, adapting the position to whatever is workable for you today. Sitting up nice and tall, pressing down on the knee, drawing the foot up. Remember, you're finding just that right level of stretch for you today. And I'm going to lean forward, which is another option, because I like a nice deep stretch in my hips. Great. And inhale. Breathe your torso up, uncross wherever you've crossed, and take a couple of breaths. So we'll do all of that on the other side. Walk a little further. Add the arms if you like, or not. And let's add the knees to the elbows if you like. Not necessary, just an option. Blowing out the breath each time that knee comes up. Very aerobic here, getting some body heat going, getting the muscles warmed up. And this time the left knee is going to come up. Find a place you can hang on that's comfortable for you. Relax your shoulders and breathe. Don't ever forget that breath. That is the most important part of the practice. And I'm going to add that extra movement, which is absolutely optional, by bringing my forehead towards my knee on an exhale. Rounding the spine, knee comes up, forehead goes down. Inhaling, lifting up, and moving into the figure 4 stretch on this side. It's always helpful to notice how different the two sides of our body can be. So sitting up tall, pressing down on the knee, pulling up on the foot, and adding a forward bend if that feels good. Only if it feels good. And on an inhale, come on up. We're going to do another breathing technique called the active exhale. And the fun thing about this practice is it's a good way to release toxins from your body. If you've been in an environment where the air is a little polluted, or if you've overindulged in the wrong kinds of food, that kind of thing, it's a good way to detox. So the way we do the active exhale, it's a breath in and then 3 exhales as you fold forward. So I'll show you what it looks like, and then we'll do a couple of rounds together. Again, the caution that if you do feel lightheaded in any way or uncomfortable, to just stop and let your breath come back to normal. So I'm going to separate my feet a little bit wider. I'm going to breathe in and exhale 3 times forward through the mouth. I'm going to let all the breath go at that 3rd exhale. Hold the body empty just for a beat. And then as you inhale, you're going to sit up. Hold the breath in just for a moment. And then take a couple of regular breaths. So we'll do 3 rounds of that. Here we go. Breath in and begin. Blow it all out. Hold the body empty. As you sit up, breathe in. Hold the breath in. Hold it in gently. Don't overfill your lungs. Release and breathe. Again, breathing in, exhaling forward. Head is relaxed. Hold the breath out. Breathe in as you sit up and hold the breath in. Release and breathe. Last time, breath in and exhale forward. Empty the lungs as completely as you can. Hold the body empty. As you breathe in, sit up and hold the breath in. Release the hold and breathe. And again, always taking the time to notice how a movement or a breath has affected you. It's how we learn about ourselves. Okay, so we're going to grab some of that wonderful energy that's all around it. We talk about prana in yoga. And prana is simply the life force, and we get it in a lot of different ways. We get it from the air that we breathe. We get it from the food that we eat. We get it from positive things that we take in through our eyes and ears. We get it from other people, particularly those people who are very positive and uplifting. So we're going to gather in that prana and pull it right into our core. And what the breath looks like is you're going to breathe in, round your spine. Imagine that you're grabbing a handful of energy, make a fist and pull it right into your belly. Elbows back, shoulders back. Okay, here we go. Breathe in and pull it in. Breathe in, round the spine. Exhale, pull it in. Ha. Breathe in. Ha. Making that little ha sound gives your abdominals a little bit of a workout. Ha. Ha. So, ha. You might be moving a little faster. Ha. Or a little slower than me, but that's fine. A couple more times here. Ha. Ha. And last time. Ha. Good. And relax. Good. Sometimes we want to send energy out into the universe. So we're going to do that we're going to pull some punches. So I'm going to make fists with my hands and tuck my elbows in towards my body. And then I'm going to alternate hands punching out into the room. Here we go. Ha, and bring it in. Exhale, ha, bring it in. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to pick up the pace a little bit. Feel free to go at your own speed. Here we go. Ha, breathe it in. Ha, 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 ha. And then bring your arms up. Ha, 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 ha. And reach up into mountain. Breathe fully and completely. And enjoy the energy. And as you exhale, slowly lower your hands. Noticing again how you feel. So let's work on our core a little bit more. We'll do our Pilates 100. Remembering that your options are to keep the heels on the floor, or you can pick the feet up and point the toes. So the leg muscles are very active in this, all the way from your hips down to your toes. Your back is away from the back of the chair. Arms are extended. 4 breaths in and 4 breaths out. And remember, the legs do not move, just the arms. Here we go. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. And breathe and hold. Remember, you can lower your heels if you feel tired. See if you can draw your chest a little further forward, engaging those core muscles. Find your breath. Good. Lower the hands, lower the feet, separate the feet, and fold forward. Bring your hands to your hips if you don't need them to help you up. Engage your core, and let's come all the way up. And release. Take a breath. Oh, I'm going to be so energized when I'm done with this practice. Goodness knows what I'm going to be able to do. So we're going to come up to standing, and we'll come up through chair pose, moving your feet back slightly so the heels are lifted. Remember, as soon as you begin to stand, allow the heels to fall down. Don't try to stay up on your tippy toes. Breathe in Exhale, engage your core, shoulders back, knees are partially bent. Find that breath. For more intensity, we add the arms out in front, overhead, breathing fully, completely. You can always come out of the pose sooner than I'm leading it. It's entirely up to you. Let's release now. Lower the arms, straighten the knees, and just jiggle your legs a little bit. Great. Come on to the side of your chair. Let's come to the left side. Going to work on the leg extensions, and that's the bringing the foot forward 5 times, to the side 5 times, and to the back 5 times. The good idea to remember to keep the supporting leg a little bit soft. Don't lock the knee, and don't compensate for the movement. And what do I mean by that? If I'm picking the foot up in front, resist the urge to lean back. And to the side, resist the urge to go to the chair or go forward on the back reach. Okay? If you have trouble lifting your foot, you can simply slide the toe forward and back, if that feels safer to you. Okay, so here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, and to the side. Once, twice, 3, 4, and 5. And now we'll go back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Notice all the work that's going on in that right leg, and just begin to pick up your left knee. Keep that supporting leg soft. Draw the knee up. And then out to the side in preparation for tree pose. I'm going to let my foot rest on the floor. I'm going to release the chair, but you don't have to. You can continue to hold on with one hand as you do your tree pose. And what's most important here? The breath. Keep your gaze soft and steady. Keep the breath regular. Wonderful. Lower the hands. We'll move into warrior pose. So I'm going to take that left foot and step it back. Square my hips towards the chair. Create a little bend in that right knee. So you want to make sure that the hips are facing forward. You can hold on to the chair with one arm, or you can release completely. So we're going to add a little something to this. Remember the breath of fire. If you would like, you can add that while you're holding the pose. So here we go. Remember, this is an option. Breathing in and begin. And breathe normally. Very, very powerful. Good. Lowering your hands. I'm going to take my left hand, bring it to the back of my left thigh, raise the right arm up, and come into a little counter stretch. Good. Lower down, step the feet together, and step them apart, getting ready for triangle pose. So my right toes turn towards the chair, left toes turn in slightly, and my hips, again, I want to make sure that they're facing forward. I always like to put my hands right on my hips because that reminds me of my alignment. Let's stretch the left arm up. Reach it up as high as you can. Begin to arch to the side. Don't lock your knees. Release the left hand if you do not need it for balance. And breathe slowly, steadily. Great. And let's come into a nice counter stretch. So energy in that left arm, going up and over. Right arm reaches up. And bring it back to center. Good. Step the feet together. So let's do archer pose. We'll do it on this side, and then we'll do everything we just did on the other side. So you remember with archer pose, we're creating the bow and arrow with our body. I'm going to take a step back, so I'm slightly behind my chair. I'm going to extend one arm in front, and the other hand is going to come behind my head, elbow back. If this doesn't feel safe to you, you can always keep your right hand on the chair. Good. Let's take a walking step forward on the right foot. And remember that little front to back shuffle. Where is my perfect balance point? Good. Take a breath in. Soft knees, begin to rotate to the left. Bringing the hand all the way around behind you. Keep drawing that right elbow back. And then on an inhale, let's bring it all the way back around to the front. Walking step forward on the left foot now. A little bit of front to back. Good. And remember, you can always keep one hand on the chair. That's perfectly fine. And then let's exhale and rotate again to the left. Eyes are following your thumb. Knees are soft. Breath is steady. And let's guide it back. Lower the hands, step the feet together, and just let your body receive the effects of those standing poses. Come to the other side of your chair, please. So we begin with the leg lifts. Again, keeping that supporting leg, which is your left leg, nice and soft. Remembering that you do not have to lift the foot. You can simply slide the toe forward if that feels better for you. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. There's always that tendency to lock the supporting leg when you start to lift the other foot. So 3 and 4 and 5. And let's go back. Not compensating with the upper body. Feeling a nice work going on all the way up to your glutes. And one more. Good. And let that go. Good. So shifting your weight again to the leg closest to the chair, your left leg. Let's raise the right knee. Again, softening. You can even just, I like to flex and straighten the knee a little bit, and that keeps me aware of what's going on in that leg. Preparing for tree pose, the knee comes out to the side. I choose a position that works for me. One hand or both for the branches. Hope you've all had a chance to do some beautiful leaf peeping. There's some really pretty trees around. Nice, steady breath. Good, lowering the arms. We're gonna move into warrior pose. So it's the right foot that steps back and the left knee bends. Take a minute to square your hips. Add the arms if you like. And let's do that Kapalabhati breath. Here we go, breathing in. And breathe. Good, generating lots of energy. Triangle pose, here we go. Turning the left foot so it's facing the chair, right foot in slightly. Square your hips to the front and reach over. Adjust your gaze to a point that feels comfortable for your neck, whether that's looking up, looking at the horizon, or gazing towards the floor. Good, inhale up. A little bit of a counter stretch here. Oh. Stepping the feet together, getting ready for archer pose. Remember, a little bit behind the chair to begin, because you're going to be walking forward. The right arm extends in front of you with the thumb pointed upward. Left hand comes behind your head. So if you remember from the first side, the minute you begin to twist, the elbow likes to come forward. So keep reminding it to stay back so your heart stays open. Good, take a step forward on your right foot. Shift your weight from front to back. And then exhale, let's go to the right. So my eyes are following my thumb all the way around. Elbow back. And we're going to return to the front on an in-breath. Nice and slow. The slower you move, the easier it is to maintain your balance. Walking step forward now with the left foot. Again, a little front to back. Breathe in and let's go to the right again. Keep drawing that left elbow back. So even though you're focused on twisting the upper body, make sure you still feel your feet. Notice your feet. Nice and steady. Breathing in, coming all the way back. Good, let's lower the arms. Step the feet together. Take a breath and take a seat. So let's just come into another forward fold. Letting the object be to just relax the upper body, relax the breath, relax the head and the neck. Inhaling as you come up and moving into an easy twist to the right. Growing taller on an in-breath, twisting on the out-breath. Breathing it back through center and then over to the left. Bring it back to center. And now let's just take a little rest, a little ease, a little time to digest and notice the practice. Eyes closed if that feels right. And there's no need to change anything about the way you're breathing now. Just letting the breath find its own level, almost as if the breath could breathe you. Letting your attention rest lightly on each part of the body, from the soles of your feet, up through the legs, the hips, and the chest, out through the shoulders, all the way to the fingertips, allowing your crown to lift, giving the whole body permission to breathe. Keeping your attention in the moment, taking that precious, mindful moment allowing your breath to deepen. And again, just doing some final movements, some stretches. Whatever your body says, ooh, that would feel good. And then slowly bringing that to stillness. Let's open our arms wide so we can give ourselves a virtual hug. Squeeze. Oh, open those shoulders. Open up wide again. Breathe in. Exhale. Cross the arms in the opposite direction. Give those shoulders a squeeze. Great. And then coming back to center with hands at heart center. Pausing in gratitude for the breath, the body, the practice, and one another. What a wonderful support we can be for each other during these very challenging times. Let's close our practice with an Om. Deep breath. Om. Om Shanti Peace. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be free from fear. May all beings everywhere know peace. Namaste.